Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Cheryl. If you're new here, welcome. Today I'm going to be talking about little bits of how to find your authenticity, how I found mine or how I'm finding mine, because I believe that everything is a process. What is authenticity? This is the most poetic way I can put it. It's being true to yourself, being honest and transparent with yourself. And this is such an important thing because in this day and age, in this era, we are caught up in a mix of trends, in a mix of identity crises. It's a lot. So authenticity is beautiful. I think it's one of the hardest things to master and to actually step into. Authenticity brings alignment and freedom, call it liberation, call it whatever. Why does being authentic really scare people? It scares low vibrational people because low vibrational people don't want to face their dark side, parts of themselves that haunts them, and that's a problem. Let's dive in on how to be authentic. Number one, coming in first, is deconstructing core beliefs. Deconstructing why you believe in what you believe in, why you believe in maybe a religion or spirituality or whatever it is, all your worldviews. We get these ideas from the people who raised us and who have so much influence around us. So that's why deconstructing beliefs is a very, very major thing into finding your authenticity, because it gives you the ability to say, I really don't agree with this. It goes against my personal beliefs. I think it should be done this way. And that's when you actually build muscle for authenticity. Take what they give you, look through it, and be like, okay, this one's not working for me, this one's working for me. So another thing I've been learning to do, it's a very hard process, guys, I'm not gonna lie, is to understand what my gut is saying. Can call it intuition, okay? Listen to your intuition. When something is weird or off, listen to those vibes. I'm not kidding you. There's so many situations I have saved myself from by just listening to what's happening in here. Okay? I'm not saying your literal stomach, but listening. There's this feeling that you get when something is off. Your intuition is an inbuilt compass to help you navigate your feelings, your emotions, or whatever is happening. So basically, your nervous system is also working with your intuition, but the more you reject or belittle what your intuition feels, the more disconnected you will be to yourself, because it's like your soul is shouting, yo, we don't like this, I don't like this situation, but then you're like, or when somebody says something wrong to you or something weird or fishy, maybe a backhanded compliment, and you're like, maybe they didn't mean it like that. Maybe, it's just in my head. Now that's the problem. We do not want to acknowledge the power we have within us, the power to actually learn the truth within us. So usually the most disconnected people I've seen in life are the people who don't want to listen to their intuition, to listen to those little jumps that they get. Connected people are connected to their truth. And start by listening to yourself instead of listening to everybody else. If you feel something is wrong, definitely turn the other way. Do something different. Creating your own perception or view of life. We are creators in this world. We are creators, and we are here to create our own versions of life that we want. Okay? You can be able to just be real with yourself and ask yourself what you want in life, how you want things done in your life. Get a pen, get a paper, or your journal. Guys, I'm sure if you watch me, you journal. Please, we keep it journaling here because journaling helps us clear our emotions and thoughts. So write down exactly what you want. I'm so sorry for the background noise. I'm somewhere very, very naturey. Write down exactly what brings joy, what brings peace. Write down every part of your emotions and align them with the perception of life that you want. One thing I will always recommend is writing your perception of life down, so you can always feel connected to your own world. Be connected to your inner world by reading through your own perception of life, reading through it and understanding exactly why things don't feel connected in a sense. I have a page or pages of places where I've written what I want in life or what I think is so important in life. And let me tell you something. Whenever something goes west or whenever something is wrong or I feel disconnected, I go back to the pages and I read it through. Then I'm like, oh wait, this version of me is not really aligning with the life that I want. I'm not going to be the person to tell you that creating is easy, it's an easy process. It really requires intense shadow work. It requires a lot of self-knowledge and self-awareness so you can be able to connect with what you want in life. Come down to what you think is the best for you, what is the best fit for you. Because if you're living through someone else's perception of life, you're not living, you're just existing. And that is not what we want. We want to live a good life. We want to live authentically and be ourselves freely. And something that I like to say is, if you're not connected to your body, you're not connected to your soul. So you need to be connected to everything. Your mind, your body, and your soul need to be like this. Okay, they need to be like this, because if you're not allowing yourself to connect completely, you're giving away a part of yourself that has potential. So exercise is such a powerful thing. Working out or just movement of the body is something powerful because it just removes all the negative energy, it removes all the negativity or every stored up energy, whatever it may be. It really moves. So allow your body to move so you can be in connection with your soul, be in connection with who you are as a whole and as a being. Deleting social media and maybe just reducing screen time is something amazing. I'm not here to tell you go delete your social medias, I'm here to tell you to just regulate the time, the amount of hours you're on social media, because people are selling fake ideas. And this generation, we are so full of fake ideas, guys. So you see somebody has been working out for 6 years, they got the body they wanted, and then they come and tell you, you know what, I actually drink bone broth. I actually eat this specific thing from a specific company. People are selling fake ideas. Ground yourself, touch nature, appreciate literally everything that you have. Listen to the chirping of the birds, like just disconnect a little from the fake media world, because yes, it can be helpful sometimes. It can help us engage, learn, be informed. We can find community on there, but that's not your life. Social media is not your life, and you should just get off of it. That's my advice. If you feel disconnected, it's that phone. We have such a problem when it comes to focusing nowadays. We can't focus. We want something that spikes our dopamine. We want something that gives us life or gives us a reward quickly. And that's really damaging. And that's how people lose themselves. When I got off social media, I felt so bored. Like when I deleted, I was so bored, I won't lie. I sat down, I'm like, yo, life is actually it's quiet. Why is it so quiet? When I deleted numbers, when I cut off people, cut off toxicity in my life, reevaluated what I want in life, it was so quiet. It was quiet as hell. I'm not used to this life because I'm always scrolling or I'm always entertaining toxic behaviors. And why am I saying this? When you actually sit down in the silence, you live in the moment. You find yourself, because you're not really used to this silence, this peace, this quietness. We're used to thrill. We're used to like interesting things immediately. Like when we scroll, we find something interesting. We scroll, find something interesting. Or when we're having toxic exchanges with people, like you don't know what they're about to bring. Like you don't know like the drama or the intensity they're about to bring. Like it's all about the predictability. And let me tell you something. Once you stop trying to figure out how predictable things are, or once you stop being a predictor, guys, just live in the moment, stop looking at the future and live in the moment, then I guess you can actually find connection to yourself. So sit down with yourself, because we run away from our beings, and that's literally every single day. Just think of this: your soul tries to connect with you deeper, your inner child tries to heal. Like every part of you is looking for healing, is searching for healing, but you suppress these emotions by either working so much to the point where you can't get off that laptop. When you're so focused or hyper fixated on something because of how predictable it is or how unpredictable it is, that's when you start losing the real genuine connection. Like your soul is literally asking you, come here. Your inner child is asking you, heal me please. And the only thing you can provide is distracting your brain. So stop distracting your brain. We need to stop distracting our brains and actually start listening to the silence. And with that silence, it gives you opportunity to open up to yourself and be honest with yourself. Listen to yourself and be like, okay, this is exactly what I need and this is exactly what I was missing. And as much as I hate these emotions, I am going to get through it because I'm a strong person, because you're a strong person. So guys, be bored, live in the moment, cherish every single passing moment. And I don't want to be like, oh, she poetic. So I'm not like trying to be poetic or anything. I'm just stating facts. Be connected to the present. Just be yourself, guys. And when I say be yourself, listen to the first thought that comes to your head every time you're silent and question it. And if you feel like your heart is aligned with it, then you're on the right path. So don't really care about what people think. What people think about you is a reflection of themselves, guys. And we're all reflections of each other. If you see something you don't like in somebody, then that is something that you should probably work on. Okay? And if you see something that you like or admire in someone, then that is something that you should appreciate. And do understand that people's thoughts are not your reality. So guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do subscribe, like, share, comment. I love you guys and have a good week.